It is CML book club time, and we asked our viewers what we should read. And this is the book that you suggested, When the World Fell Silent, by Donna Alward. It is a story about the Halifax Explosion. We're going to share your thoughts in just a moment, but first, we'd like to welcome a special guest for our CML book club. We're welcoming the author, Donna Alward.
Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you for having me.
Congratulations on the book. We started this book club earlier in the year. We asked viewers for suggestions. Your book came up so many times. We're like, we need to pick it. Of course, it's about the Halifax Explosion. So in writing a historical fiction on real events, what made you want to focus on the two women that you centered the story around?
I think there are a lot of stories. History is told by the people in power, and there are so many untold stories and perspectives that we don't hear from. So writing a story that's women-focused and how they navigate something as tragic and wide-reaching as the explosion really was attractive to me. And yeah, just showing different types of women and how they move through that landscape.
Especially since one of the women was there when the explosion happened, survived it, dealing with those repercussions, and then you have another woman who is treating the people who are injured. And it's just, and what caught me about the book too was it's a reminder, we know when it happened, but it is a reminder that this community is still dealing with the effects of war at the same time.
Yeah.
I didn't put two and two together with that till I read this book.
Yeah.
The wartime was such a big part of the... You know what else caught me? I mean, my house was built the year of the explosion. Oh. So there's explosion damage in the house. So it's always been something, that, you know, kind of I felt connected to it. But I really felt living through the explosion, through the experiences of people and their day-to-day lives was interesting. What shocked me is just how fast it happened.
Yeah.
Like people didn't, it's like all of a sudden their life changed. Nobody saw it coming, and then everything's changed in an instant.
In an instant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the reception been like for you for this book since you released it?
A bit crazy, to be honest. Certainly unexpected. Readers have really embraced it. Booksellers have been amazing at, you know, recommending it. Reviews have been great. It's been a little overwhelming, honestly. But yeah, it's been a bit of a wild ride. I'm super pleased with that.
What's really neat, too, we're going to get to what viewers have to say in just a moment. Spoiler alert, they loved it. But this is your first, not your first book, but first time doing historical fiction.
Yes.
And what's really interesting is readers won't have to wait long for your next book, because
No.
in August, you have another book coming out that's historical fiction with a Halifax connection.
Yeah, so the next one coming out is August 26th. It's called Ship of Dreams. And so most of it is set aboard Titanic. But of course, there is a Halifax connection as the bodies that were recovered were brought here. And many are buried here. So I thought it was a really great way to bring Halifax into something that is so well known. And honestly, Titanic fans they are so intense.
Yeah.
Like they know their stuff. So research was really interesting for this one, and I'm just really happy that I get to showcase a little more of Halifax in this one.
Very excited for that one as well. I just wanted to say, like, this is a heavy topic to read. You made it light in some ways, which was great, a very easy read. And it was really nice to see the perspective of, you know, we always talk to veterans and hear what they went through and what they survived. It was really nice to see it in the way of the nurses trying to lighten up their days, even though these veterans were dealing with such tragic things that happened to them.
Yeah.
And I think that was really beautiful to see how you wrote that.
Thank you. Being a caregiver is tough.
It is in any context.
Yes. Yes.
But also just interesting that you chose women. I love that you're saying that history is written by the people in power. These people were the people who weren't in power, these women. So you get to see what life was like and how they were constrained in their day-to-day lives by so many things. The war rations, their position in society, they were so judged. It is fascinating. I want to just ask you, you're so prolific. You're writing, New York Times best-selling author, and chose to live in our region. Like, I mean, is your day-to-day life, like, super busy and intense?
My day-to-day life is work, and I do have a home office, so work in my home office, and we've got a pretty full house. So I have a grandbaby at home.
Wow.
And daughter and husband and 3 cats. So, you know, it's pretty normal.
Normal, good, life is busy.
Yeah.
Life is busy, but I like to think it's mostly balanced.
And still having time to write.
Yes.
Want to let you know what a couple of our viewers wrote in to
Okay.
say. So viewer Cecile Delaney writes, I read When the World Fell Silent in 2 days. It was so well written and enjoyable as the author describes Halifax in 1917, so I was able to picture how the city looked then. Also, being a retired RN myself who trained at the Halifax Infirmary way back when, I loved all the references to Camp Hill Hospital and the treatments used back then. She goes on to say, I confess I did Google photos and info as I was reading the book. It's a great story, well written, poignant, and hopeful. It should be, listen to this, it should be a classic along with Barometer Rising. Once you start reading it, it's hard to put down. And you read this, that's when you first discovered stories about the Halifax Explosion?
It wasn't taught in my Canadian history class or any of my social studies classes, like way back when I was in high school. But I had an Atlantic literature class in grade 12, and I read Barometer Rising, and that was really my first introduction, other than the Heritage Minute with Vince Coleman that we all grew up seeing.
Yes.
So that was really my first introduction. So that's high praise. Wow.
Very nice.
That's awesome.
We got another one too. Viewer Jody White writes, I want to start off by thanking the viewers who recommended this book because I absolutely loved it. Donna Jones Alward made me feel as if I had lived through the Halifax Explosion, and just when I thought I could predict where the book was going, she threw in a surprising twist. Won't say what she said. She goes on to say, though, I've already pre-ordered Donna's Titanic
Oh, wow.
Ship of Dreams. How does it make you feel to hear reviews like that?
Honestly, a lot of times I get goosebumpy. It's really been amazing. It's really been amazing. And you know, after 20 years of working in the industry, to have a book suddenly just take off like this, it's been wonderful.
Well, congratulations on your work. We look forward to the release of your next book, and you're going to sign our books.
Yes, I'm so excited.
We have to do this. So with that, we're asking you what we should read next, so send us your suggestions. We'd love to hear them, cml@bellmedia.ca. And if you want to send a message to Donna, we're happy to pass it along to her as well.